A second proactive strategy that was popularized by the GFI community of parents back in the late 1980s and has caught on in a big way is teaching your baby to sign. And this is something I get really excited about because we have all seen that little pre-toddler or even toddler. They know what they want, but they don't have the verbal skills to communicate it. So what do they usually do?
They scream or whine because they don't have another means to communicate their wishes. And that's why teaching a baby basic sign language is so helpful. To teach your baby to sign is to teach him or her a second language. Like all new skills, the process of learning takes time, but consistent effort and encouragement pays big dividends.
Now, Julie, this exciting learning adventure is something that you and Rich have taught all of your children.
Yes, we did. And we've started to train Micah because babies his age have a growing capacity to communicate, but not the verbal ability to do so. To help facilitate his acquisition of verbal skills, we teach him word meaning through basic signing. We usually start with please, and when he wants something, we take his little hand and instruct him to say, please, although we don't initially require him to sign. In fact, it took all our children a couple months before it really clicked, and they knew if they wanted something, the signing please was a good way to get it.
And it does take a while, but you know you're getting close when one day you take your baby's little hand and begin to feel what?
Resistance. And that's when I know Micah has made the connection that I'm requiring something of him through the signing. It's his willful resistance that's telling me that he's gained understanding of what's expected.
So let's go through the basic signs using Rebecca, Micah's sister, to demonstrate, and starting with please. And we do believe please should be the first place for parents to begin because there is so much wrapped up in please. The child has to actually request something as opposed to pointing or telling you what he wants.
Requesting something with a please is one of the first acts of voluntary submission that a child will give to his parents' leadership, and one that helps motivate him to do other courtesies. Next, we usually teach more, then thank you, and all done. And signing is not just something for this short season in Micah's life. It continues for years. We're still using it on occasion with the older children. For example, just the other day we were at a friend's house and we had a missionary friend back from the field who gave Rebecca a necklace. Rebecca was so excited, but she forgot to say thank you. I was able to catch her eye and give her the thank you sign, and then she remembered and properly thanked her friend for the necklace.
And Julie, how long does it take before a child actually voluntarily begins to sign?
Well, like all aspects of training, we must stay consistent. But like all investments, the return on our training does come eventually. And depending on the child, it can take a few weeks to a few months, but one day it will happen. Micah will see some item he really wants and his little hand will begin to sign please, knowing that this action brings him rewards.
And here are some great reasons to teach basic sign language to your baby. You are teaching and reinforcing habits of self-control. You are actually teaching your child a second language during a time in the child's life when he or she is most receptive to language formation. Signing eliminates wrong communication methods by providing right modes of expression. Signing aids discretionary correction in the future. There will be times when you cannot easily correct your child publicly or verbally. The silence of signing, together with mom's facial expression, communicates the same intent as verbal correction. Be patient with the process and child, but take advantage of your baby's readiness to learn sign language. And of course, you will read more about this in your workbook.
We hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe to see more, and check out the growingfamilies.life website to find more resources and to get connected.